Margaret? Margaret? Margaret?
Yes?
You should get some sleep.
Dr. Matheson, thanks for coming. You can't imagine how pleased I am to see you.
This is Dr. Matheson, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. These last few days have been a bit difficult.
Don't worry. I should have worn a lab coat. That's Dr. Buckley.
Nice to meet you.
The pleasure's all mine, really. You can't begin to imagine what's been going on here. Really. We haven't slept a wink in weeks. Isn't that right, Sarah? She hasn't been coping very well, but none of us have. Did I mention we hadn't slept a wink in days?
That's it. Did you hear? It's starting.
Did you hear him? He's a bit angry today.
Who's angry?
Tracy's been a real help, you know. She's been such a help.
I bet. Can we see the rest of the house?
Oh, sure, this way, please. It's an old house, but the price was great. We only lived in a while.
I'm Tom. I'm a physicist. If you want to keep doing...
I'm a physicist, too. What did you think I was? A housewife? A hairdresser?
No, I didn't mean...
Forget it. Actually, I am a hairdresser. Tracy Northrop.
Tom, enough mingling. I'm going upstairs. I know. She's been a real help. Since when?
I don't know, a few days, 3 or 4. Isn't that right, Sarah? You took so long, we didn't know where to turn.
We're not a public service, Mr. Sidgwick. We do what we can.
Sure. Excuse me a moment. Girls' room?
Susan, how many times have I told you not to play on the floor till the heating gets fixed?
We're still settling in, you know. We still have some stuff to sort out. The price was great.
Stand up, sweetheart, and say hello. Say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
You said the girls.
Julia's at her grandparents'. She wasn't feeling so great, so we thought we'd just as soon send her back to Vermont for a few days.
A few days.
She's much better now.
Everything's ready. Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in. Whenever you want. Too much light. When I begin the session, no matter what happens, please don't break the circle. It can be dangerous.
January 22nd, 11:15. Session participants are from the north side. Mr. Sidgwick and his wife, Dr. Margaret Matheson, and Tracy Northrop. Session is reported by Dr. Thomas Buckley. Temperature's dropping slowly, 1 degree. Correction, 2 degrees. Spring scale pressure remains constant.
Oh, I can hardly hear you. Speak up, please. can hardly hear you. I know, but you have to speak louder. Gently, please. We've come to help you. It really hurts.
Stop it, tell it. Stop.
It hurts.
Stop it, I'm telling you. I demand you
It
stop.
hurts. I can't
I'm
breathe.
telling you, I demand that you stop.
It hurts. I
I
can't.
demand you stop. I demand you
Mommy! Mommy! I'm scared, Mommy! Let's get out of here. Let's go away from here.
Okay, darling. Okay.
So do you miss Vermont? Where'd you live?
In Bakersfield.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Your sister like it too? Who had the idea about the closet? Was that you or your sister?
Julia.
She show you how to bang it against the wall like that?
It really scares my dad.
What about your mom?
Mom wants to leave too.
Let's make a deal. Just between you and me.
Do we have to shake hands?
No? We don't have to shake hands. Here's the deal. If you promise not to do it again, I won't say anything to your dad. That's it.
I didn't do that thing with the table.
No, I know that, Susan. I didn't ask you about the table.
My sister's gonna be real sad.
Yeah. She's gonna be real sad. My car, you drive. That's fair.
Why is that fair?
It is.
Where are you going? You still didn't get to the bottom of this.
No, don't worry about it, Mr. Sidgwick. If the banging starts again, just call us.
And get rid of the hairdresser.
It's been an honor to fly you here, Mr. Silver. I hope you had a pleasant flight.
Please, allow me to help you.
Don't you mind letting go of me? Thank you.
If you press down hard on the top of the table and draw your hands toward your body, the outer two table legs are going to go up like a schoolgirl's dress. You can even stick the edge of your shoe under one of the table legs, and by pressing down firmly with your hands and lifting your foot at the same time, you can make the whole table come off the ground. It just takes a little bit of muscle and a whole lot of practice. So with the right partner in crime, you can put on quite a show. The setting is important. Keep it dark, always, under any pretext whatsoever. The spirits demand it. You need to concentrate. I know what you're thinking. It's not scientific. But you need darkness to develop a photograph, don't you? Miss Owen.
So are you saying that all paranormal phenomena are frauds without any exception?
Actually, no, I'm not. The majority simply have a natural explanation or are the result of subjective interpretation.
But how do you establish proper controls?
It's not difficult. In a case like this one, without any special preparation, we would sit the medium against the wall and place two cards behind his elbows. Then if he moves his arms to shift the table, the cards will fall. If the cards remain in place, only the spirit of a very friendly stagehand is going to be moving that table. That's the principle. Or if you prefer, you can mark out a security perimeter for the hands to ensure that no pressure is applied outside the center of gravity. For instance, for the round table, it will only move if pressure is exerted here or here.
Have you ever come across a single case that couldn't be explained? Like the existence of an anomalous ability?
An anomalous ability? Like what? Like running 100 meters in under 10 seconds? Like composing a masterpiece when you're stone deaf? Your brain may be the exception, Ben, but most brains carry out a dazzling array of complex mental processes every second. 100,000 million neurons in constant synaptic communication geared to generating and regulating our sensations and perceptions. How we reason, how we think, our emotions, our mental images, our attention span, learning, memory. Are these not merits enough for the brain without it having special powers as well?
So you're saying the existence of any kind of paranormal powers is impossible?
What I'm saying, Miss Owen, is that after 30 years of investigating all kinds of phenomena with the right controls in place, I have yet to witness a single miracle. Excellent table lifting.
Thank you. I just sat in on your class.
Dr. Shackleton.
Inspirational. Congratulations. You know, I admire your skepticism, Margaret. Can't deny reality just because you can't explain it.
It's not exactly true. I can't explain why your department gets double our budget, but I don't deny it's the case.
So let's talk. Join forces. We're making huge strides forward in the SBRC. A discerning vision like yours could really help.
I don't do hocus pocus, Shackleton. I suggest you don't either.
You didn't even touch that. How do you do that? Isn't that incredible?
Well, it doesn't always work, Mike. I got lucky today, that's all. The fact is, we can all do it.
Well, frankly, I knew that blind people had a more developed sense of smell. But after what we've seen here tonight...
All right. Right.
Simon Silver became incredibly popular at the end of the 60s, and his fame continued to grow over the next decade. In 1975, he suddenly announced his retirement, stunning his legion of fans. Many linked his exit from the limelight with the death of a veteran journalist, Martin Weiner, a skeptical reporter who suffered a rare kind of heart attack while attending one of Silver's shows. The post-mortem concluded the heart attack was the result of natural causes, but Silver was never quite able to shake off the suspicion surrounding Weiner's death. He disappeared just as suddenly as he had become a star, which is why his comeback announcement more than 30 years after his last public appearance.
Margaret, I was watching that.
Sorry, I thought maybe you wouldn't hear me because you didn't. Is Dr. Matheson around?
No, she's no.
Can I leave the assignment with you?
Yeah. Just watch the quiet, okay?
Where'd it go?
Lift your glass, please.
Where did you learn to do that?
Can't always trust your eyes. You did most of the magic by looking in the wrong place.
Oh, well, you're really taking the fun out of it.
Simpler the better. That's the principle. The only way to pull a rabbit out of a hat is by putting it there in the first place. Open it.
It's in your left hand.
Did you see that?
No, I got lucky. Yeah, the class is really great, you know? Makes you think. So have you been working for Matheson long? Or are you a psychologist too, or a magician?
No, I'm not a magician. I'm a physicist.
So why do you do this?
Do what?
Investigate fake paranormal stuff? Don't you think it's a bit weird?
I just try to help Margaret.
No, I mean, what for? If someone claims to have powers and they actually don't, who cares? Why bother?
Why bother? If your mom was one of those people who went to see a psychic because her stomach was bothering her, and the psychic told her that it was nothing, that it was just a touch of gastritis. Then later on, you found out it was stomach cancer, and it was too late to treat. Do you think then you'd say, why bother?
Did that happen to you?
Okay, watch this. Ready? Here we go.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, how did you do that? Doesn't that hurt?
A little.
Simon Silver, perhaps the most celebrated psychic of all time, will visit us here in just under 3 weeks. Online bookings have skyrocketed in just 6 hours. And as soon as the Columbus Theater box office opens, there will be a mad rush for tickets.
Margaret Matheson? Hello? Hello?
Are you okay, Stevie? You want your music, Stevie? You want us to put on your music? Sometimes it helps him to listen to music.
Automatic painting my ass. I was about to make him eat those crayons.
You heard her. It was the interference. It was because Stevie and Van Gogh, they don't talk.
If it would help him channel, I'm sure the mother would be happy to cut off his ear.
Well, a 90-mile drive and not one lousy doodle. Okay.
If it were just me on my own, I don't think I could continue. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Oh, come on.
Where did you spring from? You know you could have a brilliant career at any university in the world, right? You know that.
I like this.
But why are you with me?
Hey, so, yeah, I was, you know, maybe it would be good if someone else joined the team. Do you ever think about that?
She's a little young, don't you think?
Who? For what?
I think I'll look in on David. If you could drop me there, please.
Okay.
The reason people believe in ghosts is the same as the reason they believe in haunted houses or tunnels of light. Because it would mean that there was something after death. I only wish there were. But I'm not prepared to let my beliefs be determined by my desires or my needs. If David woke up now and looked in the mirror, he wouldn't even know who the man was staring back at him. He wouldn't know who I was. If I thought for 1 second that there was something else, I would shut off all this crap and let my son go.
Margaret?
A contactee was visited and raped on a daily basis by an extraterrestrial. Savagely possessed every night. So she goes to a hypnologist and the visits stop. So she goes back to the hypnologist and says, "Can't you just make him come back once a week?" You know, there are two kinds of people out there with a special gift. The ones who really think they have some kind of power, and the other guys who think we can't figure them out. They're both wrong. Aren't you a little young?
For what?
Right.
So, what are we looking for?
Red lights.
Red lights?
Discordant notes, things that shouldn't be there. Like that guy over there.
Hey, what about over there?
Oh, spotted.
I'm so sorry. That's totally my fault. No, I wasn't watching. I'm sorry.
Give me that.
I'm sorry.
Don't just get lost. Now, what do you
Candy for my baby.
Good. In we go.
Ah, Dr. Matheson.
I take it you've been told I like the box all to myself?
Yes, of course, Doctor. We know that. But I was just thinking we'd have a safe
And I'm
bet.
sure you understand that this deployment is not what I meant when I said discreet.
I'm sorry, Dr. Matheson. Give the orders to pull back. Doctor, how come we're so sure this guy's a fraud?
Ever heard of Occam's razor?
Occam's razor.
When I hear the drumming of hooves, I don't think unicorns. I think horses.
My name is Leonardo Paladino. I can see things, just like you. If not, I would be blind. I am a mentalist. I've got a mind, like you. I'm a clairvoyant, because I can see clearly.
He hasn't changed a single word.
The only difference.
You know Paladino from before?
Well, not exactly. We've had Leonardo Borga, Giordano, and what was it?
Zurica.
Zurica, but Leonardo Palladino. It's our first time.
And we're just thrilled.
He can't see us?
No, not with this light. The glass is polarized. No one can see anything.
Unless, of course, they have special powers.
What I don't believe.
Watch this.
I don't believe in angels of light curing the good. I don't believe in extraterrestrial beings coming down from the sky to guide the human race to an age of awakening.
That's new.
I don't believe in spiritual...
Is that the Zimmer?
Yeah, I fixed it. It's all good.
You fixed it? You should have sent it
I
out.
don't have any money. It's fine.
Tom, we should have asked for the money.
I said I fixed it. It'll work.
Sounding with the cosmos. I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in God himself. I only believe in a primal, single,
Come on, Tom, let's go.
Yeah, just a sec. Come on.
an explosion of lucidity. All like the world which burns deep within me and explodes with savage brutality.
Tom.
Just give me a sec. I'm on it.
Tom.
1 second. I'm on it.
1, 2. I only believe in me.
Tom.
I only believe in me.
Come on, Tom, let's go.
That's it. Got it.
Leo, can you hear me? Leo, if you can't hear me, you're in trouble.
My head.
Judy Cale.
I can't feel it.
I repeat, Judy Cale.
Judy Cale.
To your right.
Judy
She should be in the 8th row next to the guy.
They're using inhibitors. These guys know what they're doing.
Can't you do something?
Yeah, I think so. Just a minute.
Stand up right now, in the name of God.
Hallelujah. Leonardo believes again.
Stand up right now. Stand up right now in the name of God.
Lives with her parents at 3154 Greenwich.
3154 Greenwich. I can see a ring of white fire protecting your home.
The girl's got stomach cancer, Leo.
Don't be scared.
Stomach cancer. Everything all right down there?
Everything's wonderful. Thanks for asking.
Is it always like this?
No, we got lucky.
Signal scrambles every 40 to 50 seconds. Just gotta isolate this frequency. I'm not usually this careful.
I know what's wrong with you, Judy. Don't be scared. Get out! Leave Judy's stomach! She doesn't need you anymore! There! Judy, you're cute. Shout it out.
I'm cured.
Shout it out in the name of God.
I'm cured.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I got it.
All right, Leo. Richard Vargas. I repeat, Richard Vargas.
I'm calling Richard Vargas in the name of God.
No, Leo, correct your position.
I'm calling Richard Vargas in the name of God.
He should be on your right.
Don't be afraid on account of your sins, Richard. Stand up and accept the light of salvation.
He really knows his moves, doesn't he?
He had a good teacher.
He worked with Silver for over a year.
Simon Silver, the blind guy?
Okay, so he's here with his sister, Maria, and his mother, just hang on, Dorina.
Richard, don't be afraid. Dorina and Maria aren't afraid. Listen to them. They want you to come to the light.
Watch out, Leo. Don't get in line with the... I'm sorry, my fault. I think everything's all right. Everything okay?
You gotta be shitting me.
Do you copy me? You let me know you're still there, Leo.
I'm with you, Richard.
I'm sorry, my fault.
Look at me, Richard. Look at me.
423 Wilbur. I repeat, 423 Wilbur. You guys go position yourselves in the center block now. We're going with the woman on crutches, row 32. That was close. Did you check the auxiliary control? No. No, Leo, stop touching his chest, please. His arm is the problem. You know, one of these days somebody's gonna work out he's Argentinian, then we'll be in real shit.
Hey, you guys lose this. A lot of cancer.
I'm here, I'm back. There's no doubt about that.
You know what I'm talking about, Simon. Are you going back on stage?
Oh, who knows, Nina? I heard it's a distinct possibility.
I know it's a delicate subject, but your last show didn't turn out so great. According to some people, you were...
Well, that was a long time ago, and I said all I had to say about it back then. It was just an unfortunate, tragic thing that happened.
You gotta admit it was weird. Your biggest detractor attacks you at your own show. And
Well, it was unpleasant for everyone.
the rumor at the time was that Martin Weiner was writing a book to demonstrate that you were, well, a fake.
That's the kind of thing that I mean that doesn't stack up. The same folks out there who say I have no powers also say I induced a heart attack in March.
Your number one enemy.
You're safe with me, Nina.
You know what I think? I think you're getting everybody to talk about you without even going out there again.
Wouldn't that just confirm my powers?
You bet it would. You know, Silver, I've been wanting to do this for 30 years. You know what I brought with me?
Let me guess. Is it something that I can bend?
Wait, how did you know that? Did you just read my mind?
No. The handle's been sticking out of your pocket for the last few minutes.
You are just a big kid. You know that. All right, what do you guys say? Should we ask him to bend it?
Why does no one let me watch TV in this place?
Because only housewives watch that show. Come on.
I have nothing against housewives. My mom happens to be one.
Sure your mom doesn't sit around all day doing macrame and watching crap TV.
We should take a shot at Silver.
Oh, come on. Forget about it. There's nothing interesting for us there. This arrived this morning. It hasn't been digitally retouched.
It's a trampoline.
Are there no real challenges left out there?
Silver's a real challenge.
Silver's already been investigated.
Yeah, like 30 years ago. We should investigate him now.
He doesn't interest me. Forget him.
He interests me. Come on, he's gonna be here in 10 days.
You are like a broken record. I said no.
What is wrong with you? Are you afraid of him?
So, if you could get that into a chart for me, that'd be... Margaret, I heard about what happened with Palladino. Everyone's talking about it. Wanted to say thank you. People like them that give us a bad name.
I doubt it.
Come on, Margaret, give us a break. You know, it's serious work we're doing up there. We started with scores of 2.1, you know, nothing to write home about, I know. But in the last couple of weeks, we've scored 3.4, 4, 4.6. And the chances the difference are down to coincidence is 2 in 100, Margaret.
Paul.
2 in 100.
All right. Tom, go ahead and start class without me. Take this, this, and that, and show them the photograph. They'll enjoy that. I won't be long. So, what is it this time? Psychic photography, retrocognition, remote vision?
Telepathy.
Drawings, sealed envelopes, cards?
Present a card.
Double blind, triple blind, simple blind?
Simple blind, I did it myself.
I take it from your enthusiasm, you just did a test.
That's right.
Were you facing your subject?
Sure.
What about them?
They were in the control booth monitoring the subject.
Who was monitoring you?
Me? Why would anyone want to be monitoring me?
It's a joke. So were you at the same eye level as the subject?
Approximately, yes.
Under a light, I guess?
Yes.
The way we are now?
More or less, I guess.
You have the cards with you?
No, I don't have them. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Shoot.
What do you mean, shoot?
Go ahead. Shoot.
To you?
Sure.
Here?
Why not?
Okay.
Square. Cross. Square. Square. Star. Wave.
How are you doing that?
Methodological defects.
No, they're not transparent. We made sure of that.
Improper controls, the inadvertent inclusion of relevant data, or, in this case, all three at the same time. Congratulations. Next time, try taking them off first.
So why'd you hold the card up to the light?
So you wouldn't think about your glasses.
So these images were made during the Cold War, under conditions controlled by the Soviet authorities, so there was no independent investigations. Leningrad, 1970. Here, Katya Novikova carries out one of her more controversial experiments. As you can see, she concentrates intensely on the heart of the frog. At the beginning, making it beat faster and slower, and then finally stopping it beating altogether. Katya asserted that she had inherited her powers from her mother.
Only God is right all the time, Dr. Matheson. And yes, there are sensitives who are imposters, just like there are skeptics. Even scientists are wrong every day. But you, the professional skeptics, you also seem to be experts in rhetoric. Don't bite off my finger, Doctor. Look where I'm pointing.
Scientists' mistakes are usually random, Mr. Cohen. Pseudoscientists' mistakes tend to be directional.
Dr. Matheson seems to forget that she set up her stall on this over 30 years ago. Most professionals are fully aware of the dangers of fraud and design their experiments with every imaginable precaution. We're believers, Doctor, not simply credulous.
Very smart people are often the most credulous and are taken in by all kinds of phenomena. They're easy victims of fraud because they think logically, and professional magicians count on that. Like your client, for instance. He's certainly one of them.
Oh.
You should have told me she would be
Oh,
here.
you said you wouldn't speak to my client. Are you scared of me too?
The question is, why does every parapsychological phenomenon vanish when there's a qualified skeptic in the room?
3 out of 4 Americans say they've had some kind of metaphysic experience, and an even higher percentage say that.
He's got to be in on it. He's in on it.
Closely. Doctor, this is a question for you. Don't you think
Margaret,
there's stuff out
just
there still?
get out
I'm
of
afraid
there.
that even my colleagues, the experimental psychologists,
I'm just
tend
gonna
to
box
be
her in. They're just
very
boxing her in.
prosaic about their approach to strange
This
occurrences.
is just what I'm saying. It's just rhetoric. It's just pure rhetoric. It's just talking
absolutely.
the talk. But to refute the role that all crows are black, all you need is one single white one.
I've never seen a white crow.
Well,
Have you?
Miss Hanson,
Look a bit hard.
Miss Hanson, I believe that you're Simon Silver's agent, are you not? I guess that means that you've gotten to know him pretty well over the years. Is that true?
I feel very privileged. He's a constant source of inspiration.
Silver's comeback has turned into something of an event. His recent sellout performances in both Atlanta and Dallas can only be described as an unbelievable success. Today, he will be performing in our city at the Columbus Theater, less than 500 yards away from this studio. Now, Miss Hanson, is perform, that's a funny word. Do you think that's the right word to describe
I
what's
would
going
say
on here?
share. Simon has never been ashamed of sharing his extraordinary
I think
abilities.
perform is exactly the right word.
I beg to disagree.
Why
Sure,
allow
sure.
for a rigorous study when the mass spectacle is there to be embraced and
Mr.
there's
Silver has
money
been
to be
between
made? A lot of
1970
money,
and
I would imagine.
1973. Excuse me.
Taking advantage
Simon
of
Silver
people.
was subjected to rigorous studies by at least 2 different
come on.
universities
Of unquestionable renown, but I guess you know these doctors since you were on one of those committees.
I never signed off on the findings, however. The experiments were not carried out under proper control conditions.
Yeah, control conditions. Those of us born different feel real safe in your hands. Complete inspection of all body orifices, Faraday cages where we're locked away like animals. And you're surprised that Silver refused to subject himself to that?
No, I'm not at all surprised that he refused to follow the one protocol that would effectively eliminate any possibility of fraud.
All this sounds very convincing, Doctor, but in actual fact, telepathic experiments
No, do not go on the defensive. Margaret, do not go on the defensive. She's going on the defensive. Can you see this? This is what she does. She goes on the defensive, and then the whole thing just...
Considerable experience investigating these phenomena.
don't give him a name.
The chance of the existence of paranormal powers comes pretty close to zero.
She's gonna mention the bone.
You're just hiding behind
Just wait, she's gonna mention the bone. Do not mention the bone.
I've spoken to some of those supposed victims whose eyes you claim to have opened, and believe me, they don't have very nice things to say about you.
Telling people they've been victimized by these crazy ideas and then trying to get the ideas away from them, it's like trying to take a bone away from a dog. They don't want to let go.
I know my place, but
How did you know that?
those who hold different views
I'm psychic.
Yes, she did. That's
Exactly what we already...
What I'm saying is, give me proof that a photon of light can pass through a human body, and I will start to believe in invisibility. Until that happens, all we're talking about here is simple, subjective beliefs.
What do you believe in, Dr. Matheson? Do you have a transcendent view of life?
A what?
Well, you talk about beliefs. What do you believe in?
Well, I don't really see what that has to do with anything.
Well, it's a very simple question that maybe you can answer. Just asking you, do you believe or don't you?
Well, I try to understand.
Not believe.
So you accept that it's possible there's something out there?
No, I didn't say that.
You're a religious person.
No, once, long ago, I suppose I was.
Long ago? And you lost your faith? What happened? What happened to turn you into this lost, lonely woman?
It's just a simple
We're
question.
done. So just get up and walk away. It's okay for you to call us. I mean, sometimes things get said, Dr. Matheson. It's not always fair play verbally, so we get anyway. It's always the same. I'm terribly sorry about this. We expected her to follow through with this conversation, very interesting conversation, and I hope that maybe another day she'll come back. Meantime, thank you very much for your time.
This is one of the kinder ones. What the hell were you thinking?
Tom.
Do you have any idea the advantage he has over us now? In 1 minute, we've gone back decades. We gotta investigate Silver. We gotta do it now.
Tom, I can see your
You've been
anger.
trying to keep me away from him for weeks. I'm not stupid, Margaret, so stop pretending I am.
I know you're not. He is not worth your
No,
time.
enough! We gotta investigate him, and if you won't, I'll do it on my own. Look, I know they did a job on you, okay? I know it wasn't fair, and that stooge of Silver's played dirty, but she did it. They took you by surprise, I understand. I don't know what I would have done in your place, but here's where we are. We look like idiots. It's been over 2 years since we received a lousy private dollar, and the department funding is so ridiculously low. The only way they can make it clearer they want rid of us is with a marching
It
band.
has nothing to do with the university. It's Silver.
But Silver wasn't even there.
Silver is always there. Don't you get it? He just doesn't get his hands
No,
dirty.
we gotta investigate Silver, and we gotta do it now.
Tom, sit down. Just sit down. Please. This is how he does it. He did it to me, and now he's doing it to you.
What does that even mean?
It's not the first time. He knows what he's doing. We're weak, Tom. We want to be strong, but we're not. You're not angry with me. Every time I close my eyes, I see my son that day. I see David playing over there on the floor. He was so small, he was sturdy. And then he fell. He just fell over. I thought he was playing. He wasn't. He was 4 years old.
Margaret, I'm really...
Everything's all right. I write to him, you know, because I know he can't hear me. Dear David. Silver and I were on a television show just like the one yesterday, and he was shouting. I was shouting. We were young. And then he started staring. Not at me. He was staring at something beside me, as if he could see someone beside me. You know, the way the mediums do when they say they can see an angel or a dead relative next to you. Now, I wasn't surprised. I was expecting theatrics, so I was prepared. I see a boy by your side. I see a blonde boy. Do you know who that might be, Margaret? Has a boy close to you died? I didn't answer. I couldn't speak. I was so frightened. And he kept going. This boy is asking you to let him go. He says, you have to let him go. It's his time, and you won't let him go. Now, did I denounce him as an unscrupulous fraud? Did I tell him that my son was still alive? Did I say anything in front of those millions of people who were waiting for my answer? No, I didn't say a thing. And you know, the one thing I can't forgive, and I hate myself for feeling this. I hate myself from the moment I wake up in the morning to when I close my eyes at night. What I can't forgive is not that he dared to use my son, my sleeping sick son. What I can't forgive is that for 1 second, and it only lasted a second, I thought it might be true. He made me doubt. And everyone could see it. He's dangerous, Tom. Stay away from him.
What can you really know? What can you really trust? What are your doubts? What are your certainties? What do you call truth? When you look at the sky, what do you see? Shadows? Reflections? Distant echoes? You see the moon as it was more than a second ago. You see the sun as it was shining 8 minutes ago. But what do you really see? Can you trust your eyes? Can you trust me? We can go forward with lies, but we can never go back. You are cured. Go in peace. I never felt proud of being what I am. I didn't choose it. I didn't ask for anything. Why was I chosen? Who singled me out? You're asking yourselves the same questions right now, at this very instant. I can hear you. James Lidenbrock. James Herbert Lidenbrock, stand up!
Margaret? Margaret? Margaret, it's okay. It's okay. Come on. Help! Help! What are you doing, Margaret? It's okay.
You gotta wait here. As soon as we know anything, I'll come find you. Do you have any relatives?
Well, a son.
Can you let him know? As soon as we know anything, I'll come find you.
They told me you were here. How's the doctor? Is she all right?
I don't know. They haven't told me anything.
Jeez, what happened to you? You're hurt.
Wasn't with her. Wasn't with her. I was at the theater with Silver. She told me not to go. I said horrible things.
What's the point of keeping him here like that after all this time?
Every science has its corresponding pseudoscience. Psychology has its flip side, parapsychology. Medicine has acupuncture and homeopathy. Astronomy has astrology. I've had personalized birth charts made for each one of you based on your individual dates of birth. If you could open the envelope, please, and study it carefully. Hello? Hello, this is Tom Buckley. Hello? This is Tom Buckley. Silver? Okay, now you've all had a chance to study your charts, so we're going to grade them from 1 through 5. 1 being a low level of coincidence, and 5 being maximum correlation. How many 1s? Good. 2? 3s? Good. 4? Good. And 5. Good. Okay, if you can pass your chart to the person behind you, and if you guys in the back, you want to go. What?
They're all the same.
We're just going to leave it at that for today, so we'll pick it up tomorrow. So thank you for coming.
This isn't my first time inside, know that? Ever tried prison food? They put hot pepper in everything.
Leonardo?
Yes, Buckley Leonardo. Good memory. You batting in already? At 5 a.m., they give you a little carton of milk. I don't eat breakfast. I wait until lunch at 11. Elbow macaroni with hot pepper, rice, frijoles, hardly ever meat. Sometimes you get a spicy hamburger. They think we are all Mexicans. At 5, you get the same thing again. And that's it. Until the next day. So at night, I take out my carton of milk.
Leonardo.
I've lost 15 pounds in less than...
Leonardo!
Yes!
You told Silver we'd be there. Didn't you? You told him how we shut you down.
Did the blind guy spook us then, Buckley? Did the blind guy see us when we were up to no good?
When did you talk to Silver?
Buckley, you've come to the wrong place. Silver doesn't need me to know. Whatever he wants to know, get it? He doesn't need anyone.
This is one of your shows. I'm the guy who put you in here.
Now tell me when you spoke to Silver.
I hardly know Silver. You fucking shit for Fred.
I know you worked with him for over a
20
year.
years ago. Did nobody tell you that? I'm 37, Buckley. I was just a fucking kid back then. He used me. I just gotta cry and shut up whenever he told me. You think he spilled his fucking heart out to me?
I'm wasting my time.
You've got no idea what you're getting yourself into, do you?
Seeing you again, Leonardo.
You've got no idea what you're getting yourself into.
Silver canceled his last performances in Denver to do one more
I
year?
guess he's afraid of flying. I hope the people at Parker Center got themselves some insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, last show in town almost spelled the end of the Columbus Theater. Do you remember that?
My nephew Ben spoons all the time.
What?
And all he's gotten for his troubles is to make my sister hide
So
them.
if your nephew was blind, and I'm not saying he isn't, no, God forbid I would say that.
If my nephew was blind, my sister would need What do you say we open the phone line so some people can call in?
Good idea.
Maybe there's someone listening. Anybody blind out there who wants to sue us?
Anybody? What? No, please. No,
Yes.
none of that. You'll
I challenge you.
You will leave us with no aim in life.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay. Come on! Come on! I'm sorry.
Summertime where the weather is high, you can stretch right out and touch the...
right, sir. Can I help you?
I was just looking for the way out. Excuse me. Sorry. Tom. Tom. Open your eyes.
Oh, fuck!
Wait, are you okay? What happened? Hey, hey.
Shh.
Tom.
Shh.
Tom.
It's okay.
Wait, Tom.
It's okay.
Wait, what's going on?
It's okay. Silver? Silver! Silver!
Tom, what's going on? Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here!
Silver!
You left me on my own. I told you not to leave me on my own.
You need to leave now.
What's going on? Jesus, Tom, you're bleeding. You need to get that cleaned up. What's going on?
University sources confirm that Simon Silver has accepted the invitation of Paul Shackleton, head of the Scientific Paranormal Research Center, to be submitted to an exhaustive scientific study of his extrasensory abilities. Isn't that right, Ted?
Yes, that's the way it is, Dana. For 2 weeks, Simon Silver, who had been called into question in this very university by the late Margaret Matheson, will put himself through all kinds of tests designed by a committee of experts from the SPRC. University sources confirm that Dr. Matheson had been suffering from a rare and long-standing vascular condition which could be the cause of her unexpected illness and sudden death.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Why didn't you tell me?
Why don't you step into my office, Doc?
I want to be in that committee, Shackleton. Whatever it takes, I don't care what. I want to be there.
It's impossible. The team has already been presented. There's nothing I can do.
Don't give me your excuses, Shackleton. Just do it.
The committee was approved by Silver. You know what that means? It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We can't
Whatever it takes, Shackleton. No more whining. No more moaning. Ask for more observers. Make up whatever story you want. Get that over-subsidized brain of yours working. I want to be there. I'll be waiting for your call.
Don't leave me here. Let me at least try and help you.
I'm gonna be fine. It's just for a little while, okay?
Oh, look at you, Tom. Margaret was right. Can't you see it? Just let it go.
I need to know how he does it.
What difference does it make how he does it? Forget about Silver, Tom. There's certain things it's better not to know.
Sally, I just need to know.
Have been installed to detect the exertion of any physical force or the use of irregular chemical compounds, such as mercuric chloride, known to alter the resistance level of metals. Each piece has been specially marked to prevent the possibility of any swap during the tests. Thermoelectric heat meters, voltmeters, radiation monitors, everything in the Scientific Paranormal Research Center lab is in place to test Simon Silver, who this morning may have just canceled a number of his public appearances.
This just isn't fair. We've been waiting in line for 2 days, eating and sleeping here. Who's standing up for our rights?
It wasn't just a show for me. For me, it was more important than that.
I don't care, hell, I really don't. If he thinks it's cool, I think it's cool. I just hope he shows those smart-ass college know-it-alls.
Shit, what the hell are all these people doing here anyway? Like, they put on the TV for 15 minutes and obey like sheep. What's this guy done that's so incredible? Like, has nobody heard of Chris Angel?
It's a matter of absolute priority that science begins to learn all it can about these forces. We can't wait any longer. The aim of my public appearance is just to generate the necessary conditions so that our blind society will open its eyes to the existence of other forms of energy. These forces can't be ignored any longer. They have to be verified and accepted once and for all. Thank you.
Is it true that you're going to cancel some of your other shows?
Cancelled. We're just rescheduling.
Mr. Silver, one more question.
More than 100 journalists have requested accreditation to cover the SPRC experiments, more like the numbers we expect at a political summit than scientific research. However, only a handful of media outlets have been granted access to the inside of the building, and none are allowed to remain there while the tests are taking place.
We're trying to guarantee controlled conditions. We're scientists, and for the first time in history, we could just obtain conclusive results about the reality of extrasensory perception, the power of the mind over matter. Our priority has to be to ensure the veracity of those results. Today's a great day, ladies and gentlemen. We could just be about to go beyond a point of no return.
Cut. Great, we got it.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. From now on, no cameras except the universities will be allowed in the lab. Thank you again for your cooperation. Remember, Buckley, you don't form a part of this committee. You're just an observer. You make no contribution to the design of the tests or the control protocols. You can look, you can listen, and you can shut your goddamn mouth. I don't think I'm scared of you. If I'm putting up with you, it's out of respect for Margaret. I try to honor her in the same way. Mr. Silver. Mr. Silver, allow me to say thank you for agreeing to do this, and let me apologize in advance for any inconvenience we might cause. Science will be very grateful to you.
It's my sole objective. It's me who should be grateful to you.
Oh, you already know Dr. Haynes?
Doctor.
Dr. Campbell?
Doctor. Sir.
Dr. Conrad Jennings, Professor of Biomedical Engineering, University of Leeds, has kindly joined us.
Doctor.
And Professor Franklin, Professor of Physics, Case Western University, Ohio.
Doctor.
Now, if you don't mind.
Well, there's another guest here, isn't that right?
Yes, that is right. Excuse me, I didn't introduce you formally. Have you met before?
I don't know, have we?
Dr. Buckley of the University Psychology Department. He worked very closely with Dr. Matheson.
I have a great interest in the figure of Dr. Buckley. I follow his progress very closely. It's been a difficult time for all of us, Tom. How are you getting along? I was so sorry to hear about Dr. Matheson.
Of course, We can begin whenever you feel ready. I'd like to come this way. We know this isn't an exact science. Take your time, whatever you need. We thought about starting with something straightforward, you know, like an icebreaker.
Oh, sure. Psychic photography.
Photography, yeah. How'd you know?
Well, it's been a long time since I did this. Very long time indeed. Digital, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Exactly. Do you need...
Well, I just need a simple piece of cardboard. I don't want my fingers smudging the lens.
We opted to prepare a plastic cylinder. Hope you don't mind. It's a 1/2 inch in diameter. Is it okay? Will it do?
One never knows, Dr. Shackleton. As you just said yourself, this isn't an exact science.
Do you mind?
Go ahead.
Please be careful with my watch. The glass top flips up. I don't want the hands moved by mistake.
From now on, you'll not be allowed to withdraw your hands from the table unless it's for the purpose of another inspection. You understand that, don't you?
Yes.
If you do so, the test will be declared invalid.
Okay. Thank you. Ready when you are.
This film shows the first 6 days of investigation carried out in the Scientific Paranormal Research Center with Mr. Simon Silver. All the images correspond to the filming of real experiments. No scene has been recreated. This is Simon Silver. For the following experiment, Silver received 3 different models of still camera. A middle-range digital camera with a fixed lens focused on infinity, a conventional analogical camera with a 50mm lens focused on infinity, and an instant Polaroid camera also focused on infinity. Silver's attempts with the digital camera did not produce any positive result. The second camera registered only partial results, insufficient for a positive evaluation. Only the Polaroid camera allowed the apparent projection of Silver's thoughts onto the photographic plate. There is no scientific explanation for these results. The cylinder, or gizmo, which Silver was provided with in order to concentrate the flow of his thoughts, was carefully checked before and after each experiment in order to rule out any possible manipulation. Silver claims to be capable of bending metal at a distance without needing to touch it. However, during the course of these tests, this could not be experimentally confirmed. Following a more relaxed protocol, Silver was allowed to touch the metal, which, as can be seen in the film, was indeed bent. Visual analysis of the film is insufficient to determine whether Silver possesses extremely strong fingers and great control of micro-manipulation movements, or whether the distortion is in fact caused by paranormal ability, as he claims. Later, Simon Silver held his hand out to the continuous flow of a running tap. As the images show, the flow of water was notably deviated by some kind of external stimulus around Silver's hand. The difficulty in measuring this distortion in a conclusive manner means this demonstration has been excluded from any experimental evaluation.
I think I've got it, Doctor. I was trying with a second adapter, but if I could just join...
Concentrate, Ben. I appreciate your help. No more mistakes, okay?
I'm sorry, Doctor. I promise.
Don't promise anything. Just plug it in. Good.
What, black and white?
It's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep go. Stop. Stop there. Okay, this was the last test. Telepathy boots. During the whole 2 weeks, I wasn't able to get within 6 feet of Silver, but you and I both know the whole thing is a farce.
Actually, Dr. Buckley,
Total fucking farce. Okay, rewind. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, go to the other side of the gym. Stop, stop, Ben, stop there, stop. You know, right now, Shackleton is analyzing the data and getting ready to publish his positive findings tonight, which just happens to coincide with Silver's last show, which by some strange coincidence just happens to be taking place in this very city. It's the finale he's been after all along.
But why all this pressure? If we find out something afterwards, then I have to change the findings.
Ben, nothing that happens afterwards will matter. Listen to me, you are the only guy separating the world from stupidity at this point in time, okay? Okay? Now, you see this button? I've spent 2 days loading all the images from all the cameras and syncing them frame by frame. We've got all the angles in here, okay? Okay? Okay, Ben? This is the reception booth. Silver is the receiver. That's the instrument panel. It's got 10 luminous buttons. Normally, they put a playing card in each one, but given that Silver is blind, they just number them 1 through 10.
Okay, and what's supposed to...
Shh, quiet. Now, second booth. Doesn't matter, it's just a dead bird. This is the transmission booth. Now, you see the monitor? It's a closed circuit.
Is he seeing his own panel?
No. He's seeing Silver's panel. It's supposed to help him concentrate. So, the computer randomly turns on a light, then the guy concentrates on the number he's been given, okay? When he thinks he knows the number, he presses the red button, which sets off a signal in Silver's booth. Then Silver hears the signal, he clears his mind and concentrates whatever the fuck. When he thinks he knows the answer, he presses the corresponding number he thinks the guy has sent. Is that clear? Okay. The experiment lasted a total of 7 hours, including breaks. It was repeated a total of 9 times in blocks of 10. The results were spectacular, with a deviation rate 8 times higher than can be explained by chance. Now, what does this mean?
That Silver's power...
No, it means that Silver is pulling a fast one. Do you know how I know this? Because telepathy does not exist. Because nobody has special powers. No, the protocol in theory is sound. It's just that Silver has found a way of breaching it. Okay, don't look for radio transmitters because the booths work as Faraday chambers. I've checked them, they're isolated.
What if he's not pulling a fast one?
We've got 4.5 hours of footage there from 7 different cameras. That's 30 hours.
What exactly am I supposed to be looking for?
An explanation, Ben, just an explanation. Try to make it rational.
Okay, sweetie?
Raining.
Sit down, please. I'll be with you in just a minute. Not a very accessible person. I suppose you've realized that by now. Only somebody who really wants to get to me can do so. I won't talk to anybody else today. Maybe I'll do so tomorrow. Some other city. Maybe I won't ever again. As for me, I live each day as if it were my last, and I'm starting to feel tired. Very tired. I don't always demand payment for my services. Did you know that? At least not in money. There's other ways of paying for things. But you know that already. You do know that, don't you? To be or to appear to be, that is the question. It always is. We all try to be something we're not. We dream 27 times a night, an intricate neurological protection mechanism which makes us forget. What protects you? A line of salt? From the time of ancient Greece to the present day, philosophers and scholars have argued that man is essentially rational. I don't happen to agree. One observes and studies another person without having first studied oneself. How do we know whether our instruments are appropriately set? How do we know we are reliable? We have no proof. There's only one way of gaining access to the truth. That's not to expect anything. If our intentions aren't pure, we might end up creating monsters. Please excuse me, it's getting late. For you too. Don't worry, we'll see each other again. Oh yes, we'll see each other again.
Silver is in the final stages of his countdown, only 12 hours after the announcement of his most recent retirement. This unexpected news has caused commotion within his family.
All kinds of contradictory reactions. Those that predicted that Silver had come back to stay have had no option but to accept his
Cautionary words, who estimate that Silver may well have pocketed more than $4 million in less than a month. A figure that would confirm that some people...
Immediate consequences, with prices of up to $2,000 being asked by scalpers for seats. A more than dubious record being...
Leaving packed out an hour and a half before the start of what will be his last appearance. It is impossible to predict an outcome for this, however...
Feel it, and it's with great expectation the verdict from the Scientific Paranormal Research Center to be announced officially tonight. If the leaks get out...
activity, maybe thereby silencing more than one skeptical voice and transcending, once and for all, the area of mystification and the study of frontier sciences. Science has rarely had the chance to study at close hand such controversial manifestations as those which have made Simon Silver famous. We really have to wonder if the spectators presently witnessing the final chance to see Simon Silver will get what they paid.
Why have you come here tonight? What are you hoping to see? Do you think I should surprise you? Do you think I should entertain you? What are you looking at so closely? What do you know about me? How much do you believe? How much do you want to believe? I can feel your longings, your desires. I can feel your demands. It is a deep, painful urgency of the animal forced to live in darkness which finally opens its eyes and voraciously demands light with a howl of rage! What is it you've come to see? This? Have you come to see this? I feel my face burning with the fire of a new understanding. We called Ptolemy insane. We spat in the face of Galileo. We burned Giordano Bruno. What did we need? What do we need in order to learn? What makes us be what we are? What finally makes us come to accept? What makes us believe? The question is, why did you come here today?
Are you crazy? I shouldn't even be talking to you. Wait. I'm not against you. I just need to know what you've got. You're my student too, remember?
Dr. Shackleton, you know I can't talk. Listen, Ben, I've always respected
Dr. Buckley's work, just as I always respected Dr. Matheson's.
I'm not the enemy.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I'm gonna hang
Ben,
up.
I got the results of 9 days of
Experiment sitting right here in front of me. Definitive results. The only thing missing is my signature.
I'm talking about the scientific verification of extrasensory perception.
And forces which until today have only been seen as parascience.
I can imagine.
Do you have any idea what the publication of these results will mean to Dr. Buckley and his department?
Yeah, I guess.
Ben, if we've got anything wrong, anything,
I need to know. What have you got?
nothing. What? What do you mean?
We got nothing.
Final call. We better get going. Hope the second half is better than the first. And spend $300 to see Hamlet.
Sally.
Ben, what are you doing here?
Shit, Sally, you don't know how pleased I am to see you. Tom told me you'd be here. You should be doing this, not me.
What are you doing here? Where's Tom? He's not home. He's not answering his phone. Did something happen to him? Is that SPCR?
Telepathy booths. I've been watching the same images. If you want my opinion...
Ben, I don't. Where's Tom?
With Silver, I think.
What do you mean with Silver?
At the theater. It's nothing out of the ordinary. He wants you to wait for him here, so take a seat. He's perfectly all right.
What's that?
What's what?
That there?
His watch?
Why would Silver wear a watch?
Blind people wear watches too, Sally. They tell the time by touching the hands. Relax, they checked it, it's clean.
Can you split the image in two?
What are you looking for?
I don't know yet. Put the sender on the left and silver on the right, please.
There, that's it.
Move in on the watches. Can you do that?
On the watches? Sure. Give me a second. I can't get an angle. Let me try it with another camera.
Can you improve the quality?
Sure. I can amplify a single pixel, clean it up with my magic, and leave it so bright and shiny you need sunglasses to look at it. This ain't a movie, Sally. This is a middle-of-the-range computer, and we're in the psychology department.
All right, go to the other camera.
I'd like to know what the hell...
There, stop!
Shit, Sally, it's a recording, you know? We can go back and forth as much as we want. You can chill out.
Are you sure the two images are synchronized?
Yes, I'm sure.
Completely?
Completely. What are you looking for? They don't even have the same time.
What are the chances that Silver and the sender are both wearing analogical watches and that both are synchronized second by second millimetric precision?
Synchronized? Didn't you hear what I just said? The watches don't tell the same time.
Second by second.
Shit. It's a code. They just have to divide the dial of the watch into 10 sections. One for each number. When the second hand reaches the corresponding section,
The sender presses the button. Silver just has to know where the second hand is when he hears the signal and translate it to the position.
they're in it together. Dr. Buckley was right. He's a fraud. But Silver never touched the hands.
No, the simpler the better. Okay, it's right here in front of us. What was it that Matheson used to say? Results appear and there's defective methodology. Important data is inadvertently included.
Or improper controls are in place. They've taken something for granted. Oh, shit.
Silver can see.
Simon Silver! Simon Silver? Did you really need to go this far?
You will know the truth, and the truth will make you furious. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I'm wrong when I say we have a distinguished guest amongst us.
It's okay.
The young and persistent Thomas Buckley, as many of you may know, decided some time ago to devote part of his life to making mine as difficult as possible. Am I going too far if I say he seems somewhat out of sorts?
I wasn't able. In the end, I just wasn't able. But you know that, don't you? You can't deny yourself. You can't live in denial forever. I tried with all my strength. But today it'll be over. For you and for me. I just hope we're both ready.
You're a fool, Buckley. Are you threatening me in front of everyone? I'm not like you. You can't hurt me. I am the life force. I come with the wind, and I go with the wind. Do you want me to hurt you? Get out of here now while you can.
I don't want to interrupt anything, but I'd really like to sit down. My arm is hurting.
Then put it down. There's nothing stopping you.
It's just I simply can't.
Don't believe everything they tell you. You're better off sitting down.
Buckley, how dare you? Are you challenging me? Are you questioning my power?
You fill our head with noise.
Stay where you are. Do you want me to hurt you?
We renounce ever knowing ourselves. You can't deny yourself forever. Isn't that right?
Buckley! Don't you dare ignore me!
Time goes on. Then you think you have all the time in the world? That nothing is final, but time goes on.
Stay where you are. Don't take another step. You're playing with fire, I'm telling you. You're playing with fire.
And in the end, so much time has gone by. And you know you should have done something. And then you wake up.
Don't think you know the kind of force you're up against.
It's already over.
Stay where you are.
Margaret never knew.
I don't think you know the kind of force you're up against.
I never told her.
Don't.
She never.
Don't come any closer.
And now everything is a lie.
Don't come any closer. I'm warning you.
Did you know all along?
Don't.
Simon Silver, did you know? That's all I want to know. Did you know all along?
Buckley! How did you do that?
Phony.
How did you do that?
Simon, come with me.
How did you do that? How did you do that?
Dear Margaret, even today I'm not exactly sure when everything ended. I wanted to cry, feel anger, grief, to feel just like I used to. A whole life denying myself, searching in silence for someone like me. A whole life looking for an answer without finding it. I learned so many things from you, but I forgot the most essential thing.
How did you know that?
Because I'm psychic.
Silver?
It was me. All along. Wasn't it, Margaret?
Where did you spring from? Why are you with me?
It was me. deny yourself forever.
You did most of the magic by looking in the wrong place.
I did what you'd have wanted. But I'll never forgive myself for not revealing myself. For not at least giving you the consolation of knowing there is something else. But you deserve more. Today, you deserve everything. You can't deny yourself. You can't deny yourself forever.